I've seen you around Radio Row and obviously at Super Bowl week for the Rams last year a few times. The vibe has been slightly different this time because of the Kobe Bryant situation, and there's a lot of talk about the Mamba mentality at the moment around that. You, to me, kind of exemplify that as an athlete. Just what does it take to get to that kind of level, and what did Kobe mean to you?
Just putting the body working, never being satisfied, always wanting to be, get better, wanting to be great, and he's a guy that when you look at the success he had, the things he was able to do, that's what you gravitate to. That's what you try to imitate. Even though I play football, he played basketball, but, to try to build your own legacy, to be the best to ever do something and have success, to hear something, how it happened, just heartfelt for the families that was involved, and, it hurts. It really don't seem real, so.
You, for the people who don't know your story in terms of your development as an athlete, I think you were honed in a gym in your house in Pennsylvania. I mean, just what were those days like with your dad who trained you? Just talk about that.
Just a long journey, started lifting weights when I was 12, grinding. I always say my dad would get me ready to be a pro before we knew it, so having an opportunity to get a work ethic at a young age, and you start lifting weights, you start seeing the change in your body, kind of get addicted to it. So I feel like if I would have never had that, my dad being there or pushing me to lift weights, I probably wouldn't be where I'm at today. I wouldn't have had the work ethic I got. So that's one of the main reasons why it's hard for me to sit down and settle down and not do nothing. That's why I'm nonstop working, nonstop grinding, trying to always get myself better, trying to do more, continue to have success, and trying to be a great one. So.
It feels like for the last 2 or 3 years, the de facto answer to the question who is the best defensive player and maybe player in the NFL has been yourself. With that, what continues to drive you on at this point? Is it a championship, especially after what happened last year?
Oh, for sure. That's one thing you want. You want to get back there. You want to win a ring. You want to be a world champion. But me, I'm just never satisfied. That's my thing. I'm honestly not satisfied. I feel like I always can do more. Always can get better. Always can clean things up. And sometimes I wish I could settle down and be satisfied with some things I did, but I'm just a guy that's, I'm just hungry. So,
NFL honors. You've obviously won Defensive Player of the Year a couple of times. It feels like you haven't been mentioned as much this year, despite playing at a similarly high level. Have you almost reached the point now where your level of play is taken for granted a little bit? Do you think?
I don't know. I just go out there and do my job, fly around and try to make as many plays as I can. I definitely got a lot more attention this year as far as double and triple teams at times and get teams game planning, but it comes with the territory, so just got to keep finding ways to, keep trying to be successful, keep trying to be, productive and keep trying to find ways to help my team to win. So.
How frustrating was this year after coming so close last year? And you experience it now. Do you feel like the Super Bowl hangover was a real thing?
I wouldn't say that. I just think we didn't play good football as a team. It wasn't consistent. There was games where we played great, and we come back the next week and lose, by 30 points. We just wasn't playing consistent football, and that's on us. I think we just got to do better at that, being consistent, and that's what we got great coaches for, and a back office to bring players in that can help as well. So we'll get it cleaned up. We just got to play better.
And I guess frustrating to have an NFC West rival in the Super Bowl. I mean, you've gone against those guys. How challenging is particularly that running game as a defensive lineman? I mean, they do so much beyond just the stretch run that we think of. How difficult are they to go against?
They just playing good football right now. I feel like, they from defense to offense, I think they got a good game plan. They got good players. They're confident right now because they've been winning, so they riding a good wave right now. So, when you got something going like that, them special seasons can happen. I've been there, and I had that experience last year, so I know how they feeling. But they just got a good rounded team with a good quarterback that can make some good things happen with good players around. So they're just having success.
The NFC West feels like a pretty competitive division right now. You're sending 2 teams to the playoffs basically every year. I mean, it's a division to watch over the next few years.
It's definitely a tough division. It's always a hard-fought division. With great teams. So we know what to expect. So we can't afford to lose 5 games in our division for sure. So when you got a division like that, we got to just keep trying to find ways to get better and keep working. So.
Change for you guys on the defensive side with Wade Phillips. I mean, first of all, just how good has he been for your career in the time he's been there? But how are you feeling now, I guess? Are you thinking about potentially learning a new scheme and things like that over the off-season?
It's been great. I had a lot of success with Wade. He put me in a lot of great positions to have success. Just what he brought, the swagger he brought, the confidence he brought to the defense, you're going to miss that. But, I understand it's at the end of the day, it's still a business. Things happen, and that's the thing that sucks about the football world, man, because, you build relationships with people, and then, 1 year you're with them, 1 year they're not. So it's a part of the business. I'm going to miss them, but, get ready for the future and trying to, keep finding ways to win.
Final thing I want to ask you about, you played in that epic game against the Chiefs last year, a one that I don't think any of us will forget. We saw the best of Patrick Mahomes on that night. I mean, just how special is he, especially at this stage of his career as a quarterback?
He's a special guy. I said that after we got done playing him. He put his head down after he threw that last interception, and I told him, you one hell of a football player. The things he was able to do, the throws he was able to make, not too many times I gave respect like that, but I had to let him know that keep your head up, because I think he's gonna be one of the greats. Continue to work. He's doing it consistently. His second year doing it, and I think he ain't gonna do nothing but keep getting better. That's the scary thing. So he's one hell of a football player.